Hey, 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 everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, 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 everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
Well, here's a news flash for our podcast. Scientists say don't take health advice from how do you say it?
Centenarians? People who are over 100.
Yeah,
Let's
old,
put it that
old
way.
coots. Because how many times you've seen a story, some old-timer, and he's 100 years old and he says, I had 6 scotches a day and 16 packs of smokes and I fought in the war and I'm still here and I had an asbestos chaser to go.
Well, this woman she died just recently at the age of 117.
Yeah.
And she said that she smoked until just recently, but she was too blind to light her own cigarettes. That's the only reason she gave up towards the end. But often, like there's other old people who say that they had a glass of port every day, 2 pounds of chocolate every week, drinking whiskey. So it's inevitable that when someone's that old, people are going to say, what's the key?
Yeah.
But scientists, funnily enough, are saying don't take health advice from these people because it's really very little to do with how they're living. It's to do with their genetics and coincidence and pretty much luck.
It's luck.
Yeah. Do you want to live to be over 100?
Oh, I'm reading that Leanne Moriarty book at the moment, and the premise of the book is this lady on a flight from Hobart to Sydney takes it upon herself to dispense all this psychic advice to people. But I think she has a medical episode where she doesn't know what she's doing. But she walks
Don't tell me too much. Don't tell me too much.
But this is just the premise to get you over the line.
Right.
So she's walking down the corridor of the plane saying, expected age of death, 94. Cause of death, pneumonia. Expected age of death, 37. Cause of death, domestic violence, to all these people on the plane. And people are bemused by it. Other people are freaked out by it. So I'm at the part where no one has actually died yet in the book. But it's really your own mortality.
Even if you didn't believe it, it would freak you out. It's like pointing the bone, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like someone saying to you, which is probably what that's why psychics are never specific. They don't sort of say you're going to cark it because who could survive that information? Because that's the biggest knowledge we have in our life. And it's amazing we find a place for it, is that we're all going to die.
Oh, that's
and we don't know when and where and how.
Do you remember?
And we have to get on with life or else you'd die under the weight of the anxiety if we all
you got to live your life
too much.
But do you remember the first time you found out that you were going to die?
I remember going through a phase when I was scared that my parents would die. I still remember this very clearly. I was maybe 4 or 5, something like that. And every time they left the house, I was anxious that they were going to die. So that must have been my first knowledge of what that meant.
I remember very vividly we were driving in the car and Dad was talking about his Auntie Bessie who had passed away. And I said, so what does that mean, passed away? And he said, well, she's dead. She's not coming back. And I remember saying, what's dead? And Dad said, well, dead is... And he laughed, dead's no more, mate. That's what it is. And I went, oh, sucks to be Aunt Bessie. And then I sat there just looking out the window. And then my mum pipes in and goes, we're all going to die. And I went, what, me, including me? And she said, well, eventually you, when you're an old man. And I went,
yeah,
hang on.
That's how we get through it. We tell kids it happens when you're very, very old and you're ready to go.
But this is all new information to me, little 5-year-old Jonesy.
Do we sit our kids down and tell them? I don't think when we say, no, but what I mean is we don't do it.
No.
So we talk about birds and the bees.
Yeah.
No. We say, when did you hear about the birds and the bees? But we just assume somewhere along the line we take in the knowledge of death. We don't have the death conversation.
No, and who wants the death conversation?
No. I was saying to my oldest son, when he started to get a loose tooth, I said, your teeth are going to fall out. And Jack, who's 2 years younger from the other room, says, what? He thought overnight all his teeth would just go at once, which is pretty much what happens.
What?
So some people take information better than others.
Poor Jack. But
Jack.
It's I don't know, it's like your own mortality. I often find riding a motorcycle to be very therapeutic in the sense that you never feel so alive as when you're so close to death. And I push the odds every day because I ride every day and I've done it for a long time now. And I often think about it and I'm always more scared of my motorcycle when I'm not on it. Like right now, talking to you, part of me in the back of my mind says, I've just got to give them up. I've got to stop. But you know what? I reckon as soon as I give them up, I'll die in a horrible Volvo car accident or something like that.
Well, you've got it all planned because that's what that woman on the plane said to you.
Don't even talk to me about that.
Don't.
That
That'll freak me right out.
Because what would you do if a woman came up and said that to you?
That's right. That's the thing. You'd spend your whole life looking for the Volvo that's going to hit you.
You want someone to come up and you just want good fortune.
You don't want to hear anything. Just live your life every day.
Yeah.
Live your life every day. Because as Harley says, we all have an asteroid coming for us. We all do. So live your life because you never know when, where, how.
Yeah, exactly. And psychics, keep your pie hole shut.
Keep your pie hole shut.
Unless someone asks for it. No unsolicited oogity boogity
advice.
stuff. Yeah.
Do you hear that, centenarians? Same goes for you.
Yeah, keep your good genes to yourself.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more of Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.